Capricorn, and welcome to your October general reading. Sorry, I'm losing track of time. Give me a minute here. I'm just sort of pulling your cards, and I always try and see about my first impressions. You've got two cards about being in transition, okay? That feeling that your needs are not being met in certain circumstances, and there's definitely that energy about not being where you were, but not being where you want to be, okay? And that's what a transition card is. I'm really sorry, that's a really silly comment. You've also got a couple of twos. You know, you've got 3 twos, and the twos are all about trying to regain some sort of balance. And that sort of energy about restoring a sense of balance. Sorry about my phone. Your overall energy for the whole month is the beautiful Magician card. So the Magician card is it's a very sort of male orientated energy, okay? So we've both got feminine and masculine, but it's about very concentrated, focused energy. Now the trick with the Magician, the card tells a story. He brings the energy in through the top of his head, yeah? And the universe can't pour energy into a cup that's already full. It's just scientifically impossible. So there's a really straight, powerful energy I've got for you, Capricorn. This is definitely a transition month for you. And when we're in transition months, we have to be intensely courageous, because it often means not being where you were, but not fully being where you want to be. And that takes courage and strength to be in that life position. Because what lies behind you, so this will be when you watch it right up to October, is a 2 of Wands. Fork in the road with the 6 of Swords, okay? So the 2 of Wands is basically, shall I go right or shall I go left? What will I choose? What is my way forward? With the 6 of Swords, and the 6 of Swords is one of my favourite cards, actually. The but is, you're under the influence of the moon. So when you're under the influence of the moon, you're in the dark. You know you want to go forward here, Capricorn. You know there's a part of you that can no longer go back to what once was. But you're in the great unknown. That's what the ocean is, and that's what the moon card is. But it's a very peaceful card, that 6 of Swords. It's got weeping willow behind it, so there's a feeling of being protected as you move forward, okay? Again, there's a little bit of conflict here, because what you most want is the King of Pentacles. Could be a person, but the King of Pentacles doesn't move, okay? He moves twice a year, very stubborn, almost immovable energy, this King of Pentacles. I love the guy, but you seem to have 2 opposing forces going on. One part of you wants to go forward, another part of you doesn't want to move. Okay, what can I say? Okay, I'll be back doing my weeklies, guys, so keep tuning in. So the King of Pentacles, what you most want is security and stability. But when you go into the moon energy, you're going into the unknown. And I think some of you are fighting change, okay? The gift is the 8 of Cups. So we've got 2 cards about being in the moon energy, looking for deeper fulfillment. You want to see what lies behind that moon. But there's a little bit of you doesn't want to leave behind the security and the stability of the known, okay? Now, that is the soul's complex. That is everyone's complex, the known and the unknown. Your challenge is the Two of Cups. So some of you might be really drawn towards a relationship, or some of you are already in one. There's some sort of relationship dynamic, some sort of soulmate dynamic, and a soulmate can be anyone, by the way, a family member, anyone, and it's a challenge, and it's something to do with the search for more fulfillment and the stability you already have. Gosh, this is quite intense, Capricorn, sorry. Because in your relationship sector, you've got the Knight of Wands, which was your challenge in mid-September. The Knight of Wands is about movement. The wands, all the wands energy are fire that go forward, and the Knights cross distances. They make things happen, and Wands is a very, very fiery, quick moving energy. There's a little bit of a, I think some of you are really in that fork in the road, guys, okay? And it's definitely between, there's a relationship dynamic and the urge to be stubborn and keep everything the same. And there's probably one person who really understands this reading. Financially, you've got the Two of Swords. The Two of Swords is a card about not a lot of movement. You might be avoiding dealing with stuff, Capricorn, by the way, with that Two of Swords. That's its more challenging energy, and it's most positive. You're not giving that much time to this part of your life. You seem to be more focused on a little bit of a inner search about what the next phase of your life's about. Some of you are really at that ultimate decision-making process, but the Magician will help you, but he can't help you if you're going to be too stubborn about it and not allow changing and not be flexible. Because one of the Magician's gifts is a pentacle, but it's only one of them. There's mental flexibility required. There's the ability to make moves required and to emotionally flow. And I think some of you are being, either you are or someone you're dealing with is not moving an inch here. I'm not sure what I think about it. I might have to keep clarifying for you. At a soul level, you've got the Ten of Discs. Beautiful card. It's a very much a card about being open. You can see it here. So the opposite would be the Four of Discs, yeah, when we're protecting our pentacles, we're holding back, which is not a bad thing, guys, okay? No judgment here. But the Ten of Discs is this openness, so people can come and people can go. It's also quite a high prosperous card. So it's about abundance. Some of you might be receiving an inheritance, a cash payout with that Ten of Pentacles, okay? They're very interesting two cards to have together, because the Two of Swords is about not being more focused on your inner world, and the Ten of Discs next to it, there's a sort of irony in that, because the less we worry and the less that we are tied up about a certain part of our lives, the more it works out for us. If we let the universe take care of a situation, it tends to take care of it. So around your finances, there's definitely an energy of put your energy into your inner world and let the finances take care of themselves. Your outcome is a beautiful Temperance card, which is Sagittarius. It's also about emotional balance. There can be quite a vulnerability about the Temperance card. It comes right after death. So there's definitely an energy of you've put a lot of your defences down. You've gone through a lot of, maybe gone through a big change. So the Temperance card is about allowing vulnerability, allowing yourself to be seen. It's also my card about spiritualizing your emotions, which simply means listening to your intuition, connecting your heart and your mind. So we learn to follow the promptings of the universe, which is the Moon card, because there's a strange irony going on here. It's that there's something pulling you forward, but the Pentacles energy is what you most want, which is the stability and the security, not budging an inch, okay? This is a hard one to rectify, because when the Moon is pulling us forward, it's pulling us into a journey into the unknown, into the mystery, okay? And that's how we move to the Sun card, to illumination. But a part of you doesn't want to go, okay? Basically, it wants to stay with everything that you know, that King of Pentacles, and the security and the stability of what you've already built. And that is a little bit of a tension here, Capricorn, to tell you the truth. But that is the soul's tension. We're always working between going into the mystery, the unknown, or staying with our security. And to tell you the truth, this is what this reading's about. But there's change in your relationships. That Knight of Wands is a bit of an annoying card. He comes and he goes, pops his head in and he goes again, okay? There's also a funny feeling about you not wanting to deal with something around the earth and around your work situation, okay? But the Ten of Pentacles at a soul level with the Wheel of Fortune means there's something's coming to a really healthy completion and conclusion. And Temperance is about everything coming back to balance again. Are you going to do this journey into the unknown, Capricorn? I've got no idea. I cannot say completely if you're going to stay with the King of Pentacles and everything that you know, or you're going to risk that which constitutes your security and go into this great Moon energy. I don't know which one you're going to choose. And I feel like asking the cards, but I'm not getting a straightforward answer. But I think there's some of you that really understand this message, and some of you, it's just the way the cards work. But it's definitely between the known and the unknown, your security and the and you're leaving that behind. Okay, if you want a personal reading with me, my email's in the About section, because it might be one of these months, Capricorn, where some soul searching has to be required of what you really, really want. The universe cannot help you if you are going to be too King of Pentacles about it, by the way. You need to be fluid and willing, almost like the Hanged Man, willing to be upside down to allow in this new energy. Okay, I'll be back for my relationship readings next week. Loads of love. Bye.